When hearing starts to change, most people don't act right away. They hesitate. They doubt. They tell themselves, it's not that bad. I'll deal with it later. And if that's where you are right now, I want to say this first. What you're experiencing is normal, and you're not alone. Millions of people go through this exact phase. That moment where things feel a little off, a little harder, but not clear enough to act. The problem is, this phase can last years. And those years matter because hearing loss doesn't stay still. And more importantly, its impact doesn't stay limited to your ears. So, my goal here is simple: to give you the right keys to act early so you can protect your quality of life. Because hearing loss doesn't just make sound less clear, it makes connection more complex. And connection is not optional, it's one of our most fundamental human needs. Just like eating, drinking, and sleeping, it's how we feel included, understood, connected to others.
So when hearing starts to decline and nothing is done, the effects don't hit all at once. They spread, quietly, like a slow ripple that touches every part of your life. At first, it's barely noticeable, but over time, your relationships begin to shift. Your loved ones may start to see you as more distant, less engaged, sometimes even a little lost, not because you've changed, but because communication has become harder. And that changes everything. Emotionally, it can start to weigh on you.
There's more frustration, more uncertainty, sometimes even a bit of embarrassment. You may start questioning yourself more often, wondering if you missed something, if you responded correctly, if you're still keeping up. Psychologically, it goes deeper than most people realize. Because when you don't fully understand what's happening, your brain tries to make sense of it. And often, it turns inward. You become more cautious, less likely to jump into conversations. You speak less. You hold back. Not consciously, just little by little. And then there's the energy. Because hearing loss doesn't just reduce sound, it increases effort. Your brain is constantly filling in missing pieces, decoding, trying to keep up. And that takes energy, a lot of it. That's why you might feel more tired after conversations, more drained after social moments, less available than you used to be. Not because you don't care, but because it takes more from you. And this is important to understand. Doing nothing is not neutral. It slowly changes how you live, how you connect, how you feel, without you even noticing it at first. That's exactly why you can't afford to wait. Acting early gives you something incredibly valuable: control. Control over how you adapt, control over how you communicate, control over how you stay connected to the people around you. Because when you act early, you can start making small, smart adjustments. You can learn how to position yourself better in conversations, how to ask for clarity without feeling uncomfortable. And most importantly, you can involve the people around you. Because when your family and friends understand what helps you, everything becomes easier. For everyone, there's less tension, fewer misunderstandings, and more cooperation. You also protect your energy. Instead of pushing harder and exhausting yourself, you start working with your hearing, not against it. And that changes how you feel at the end of your day. But maybe the biggest shift is this: you stop blaming yourself. You realize this is not about attention, not about intelligence, not about losing yourself. It's simply how your hearing is changing. And that clarity brings relief. It brings confidence back. You feel more legitimate again, more at ease, more willing to engage. And that's what allows you to stay independent. And when you act early, you protect that. You keep your place in your family, in your relationships, in your life. It took me over 30 years to fully understand all of this. 30 years of figuring things out step by step. What works, what doesn't, what truly makes a difference in everyday life. And that's why I created a method. So you don't have to spend years in confusion, fatigue, or frustration. I help people live better with their hearing, not by trying to fix everything, but by helping them understand, adapt, and reconnect. Because you may not be able to control how your hearing changes, but you can control how you live with it. If you'd like to learn more, you can find all the details in the link just below this video. Take care of yourself